Welcome back, everyone, to Football Focus SG podcast with myself, I'm Mr. JB, and we are back in Football Manager simulation. Now, Mr. JB, the last time we had this Football Manager simulation, we were playing a bit of Man U and Arsenal, and we were playing a bit of the SPL. But this right here is special because, as everyone knows, that Football Manager has been delayed last year. Supposed to have Football Manager 2025, unfortunately doesn't have. Football Manager 2026 is coming out this year, and but as of recording, is still not out yet. But we are still on FM24, except that this current situation right now is that we are gonna play the updated version of the Football Manager. So what do I mean by that? As you guys can see on the screen, as the league table kind of shows, we have teams that are actually promoted this season, such as Sunderland, Leeds, and Burnley are all in this league. Me and Mr. JB are gonna go head to head in this simulation. Now, Mr. JB, how you been going so far with this?
Yeah, so far so good. I think football manager wise, I think so far has been doing not too bad. Although yeah, I mean, do feel like a little bit out of touch because it's been a while since I actually played during my own free time. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think so far, I think the last round, as you shared, the last time that we played, I think it wasn't too bad. So yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah. All right. So, what we're gonna do again, just like the old times, we're just gonna go through our teams a little bit, and then we're gonna go and simulate and see who is the winner of this simulation process. Now, let's start off with myself first, Mr. JB, if you don't mind. Uh, for this is a new update. Again, basically, like what I said, we have in my team here, we have Victor Gyökeres inside, the man of the hour. Martin Zubimendi is inside as well. Players like Eberechi Edze, there we go. Noni Madueke, and like even Kepa, the goalkeeper, Christian Nogard. So for this simulation, me and Mr. JB decided, you know what? We're not gonna sign anybody. We're gonna just use these new players that we have and just rock out with it. So how did he get on? So let's take a look at the schedule real quick of my end. Not so great, a little bit because I'm not sure if you guys can see. Well, this is what happens when I had my friendly. We had the first game of the friendly, I got David Raya getting injured. And then in the third game of the friendly, Kepa got injured. So I had like unknown goalkeeper, which I can't even click for the next two games. Before then, David Raya came back in the first game of the season. Unfortunately, 1-0 draw. Gyökeres scoring one, João Pedro equalized. A 0-0 draw to Everton in Goodison Park. No longer Goodison Park. It's also known as Hill Dickinson Stadium, apparently. I mean, they are moving from Goodison Park, right? So yeah, a very, very ball draw. Could have been a winning match there. And a North London derby where Gyökeres scored an early goal again. And this time we managed to hold out for a victory. And as for tactic wise, this is what I have gone with. I'm playing a 4-2-3-1, and I'm just gonna lock Gyökeres up front because really, with the squad that Arsenal have, you can kind of interchange with anybody. But I do want Victor Gyökeres to be my main striker. Not not because he's better than any others, but I do want to have some new players that is locked on so that we can kind of see the progress of all this. Now, let's move on to Mr. JB real quick. Mr. JB, you have a very interesting tactic here. So, would you like to
Yep.
share about your formation?
Yeah, well, I try to keep it as close as possible to our current manager, Ruben Amorim.
Uh-huh. All
Uh,
right.
yep. So basically, what we're doing is essentially a 3-4-2-1, I would say.
Three,
Yeah.
four. All right.
Yep. But I think it's more of a 5-2-5-2-3 uh,
Okay.
in that sense. Yeah, because of the two wing backs
Yeah.
and three center backs.
Yeah.
Yep. And two in the central midfield. And of course, two wingers and one up front striker.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's my tactic right there.
All
Five two
right.
three, wing back
And I
wide.
noticed that you locked on goalkeeper laments. Not no one else allowed to touch that. and Sesko up front. So why these two players particularly?
Yeah, well, I mean, to be frank, in terms of the goalkeeping department, I think don't have much of an option,
Yeah, I
really.
mean, Alta
So,
Bayender is still here.
yeah, correct. It's either Alte or Lamens. Yeah, so decided to give Lamens new signing. And same thing for Sesko. I think he's the only natural striker left, I think, with Hoyland going out on loan as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah, why not just start putting him up front and see whether he can start scoring some goals?
All right, all right. And indeed, let's see whether he can score goals. And I can clearly tell you, Mr. JB, according to the schedule here, he has been flying. So, starting off with a thrilling 3-2 victory over Newcastle at Old Trafford with the lead Sesko and Brian Mbeumo scoring all three goals there. And then a demolishing 4-0 over Wolves away. Despite having a man sent off, you still score one more to make it four. Sesko scoring two, by the way, and this time Cunha scoring against his former club. And a 3-1 victory over West Ham with Sesko scoring two, Xerxes scoring one more at the end of the game. And a scary but nervy victory in the Carabao Cup with penalty over Leicester City. Thanks to Ahmad Diallo and Zirkzee scoring before then, the penalty shootout happened, and I believe it was Lamens who was the hero because Binder did not participate in that penalty. And looking at the Premier League table so far, Man United is flying. I mean, Mr. JB, you and your Ruben Amorim philosophy has been working so far. What do you make of it?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, simulation wise, all the players can adapt to that Ruben Amorim's tactic. And yeah, I mean, you look at the goals scored, the players of the match. Yep,
Yeah,
I'm definitely impressed by Benjamin Sesko, and I believe I saw Cunha also in the assist as well. So yeah,
yeah.
not too
I
bad.
mean, Sesko with 5 goals in 3 matches in EPL. Cunha with 3 assists in 3 matches. Luke Shaw with 2 assists in 3 matches. Yeah, I mean, you are off to a flying start, and none of the Arsenal players are in the top stats so far, but that's because we had only 2 goals scored so far and only one concede. So kind of like a real life Arsenal, we don't concede often, but we don't score that much sometimes when we want to, you know. So yeah, so with that, we're gonna try and simulate this all the way to the end of the season. Mr. JB, any final words to our first ever 2026 season rebuild challenge?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be an interesting one. And
Yeah.
yeah, may the best man win.
Yeah, may the best man win. You know what? Let's make a prediction real quick. Where do you think you will be at the end of this season?
I think I'm not gonna be too optimistic. I'm gonna say third.
Not too optimistic, but you said third. All right. All right. Hey, it's a massive jump from the real life, but game is game. Anything can happen. I think for me, well, I don't want to say second, just like real life. Of course, I want to aim first, but yeah, I want to fight with you in the top four, and I want to see us in the top two by the end of the season. And with that, let's get right into the simulation. And we are back after a season of simulation between myself and Mr. JB of Arsenal versus Manchester United. And let's check it out. Who wins this whole thing? It is Manchester City winning the entire league with 92 points. And Spurs getting second with 82 before myself, Arsenal in 72. And then Mr. JB all the way down to 9. Well, Mr. JB,
Wow, wow, surprising, surprising. Out of
that
Europe, huh?
that is surprising to say the least. I mean, okay, let's dissect this a little bit more, all right? Clearly, I think Chelsea had a ridiculous number of draws here, 17, despite only 3 losses. But I have a fair share of draws as well here and there. Like 12 is the second highest. But again, how the point system works, I'm gonna explain right now, just like how it was previously back then. For every season that we play, and if we are above our rival in the position league, we get 1 point. And we also get a point if we win in our own fixture. So if me against Manchester United, which we play probably twice, in this Premier League, if Mr. JB won me twice, he gets 2 points. If I win one and he win one, we get 1 point each, and etc. And then for winning the Premier League will be 5 points. Winning the Champions League and Europa and all. Actually, no, wait. Champions League and Europa is 5 points. Premier League 4 points. FA Cup Carabao 3 points, and that's it. So yeah, looking at this table, Man City with 100 goals in the season. I mean, are you disappointed by this, seeing this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely, definitely, because I believe my last target was at least a third.
Yeah.
So
Though to be
yeah,
fair, is better than 15 in real life.
yeah,
So
yeah. It is.
yeah, I mean, you hitting the 50-point benchmark here, and you had a rocky towards end of the season, and I guess we can see there was one of the games here.
Uh-huh.
Uh, a 4-1, was it win? Did you win me? I'm not sure. Let me see here. My six loss, no, I did not lose to you. So I
Uh-huh.
believe could be both games here win. There we go. Yep. Arsenal
Oh,
winning
come
Man
on.
United 4-1 and 2-0. So that's another 2 points extra. So 3 points for me. But Mr. JB, you could still win some competition, but I don't see any of your the information there.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, Arsenal, there we go. Back-to-back losses on Liverpool and Man City probably cost me. And then Aston Villa and Newcastle are just an add-on. I'm surprised Spurs did well. I mean, despite look at it, Spurs lost to Arsenal twice, and they are still above. That
Uh-huh.
is, hmm, sure. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. In terms of the like scorers and all that. Sorry, overview here. There we go. Haaland with 44 goals. Victor Gyökeres, my man, second highest there with 21.
Uh-huh.
Haaland scoring 44 out of 100 goals for. That is
Nuts.
yeah, that is nuts. Yeah, but Martin Odegaard with 15 assists, top assists. But Bruno Fernandes with 13 assists. So not too bad, really. Not too bad. David Raya with 16 clean sheet, third highest there. And yeah, so I believe I'm in Arsenal right now. Let's see. Did Arsenal win a single trophy this season? We are FA Cup winners.
Oh.
Yeah. FA Cup winners, 3 points. Champions League out in the quarterfinal by Tottenham, also known as Napoli, by the way. And Carabao Cup out in the fourth round already by Manchester City. So, okay, let's dive into Champions League real quick. Oh, there's a final that's gonna play Barcelona against Man City, so we have yet to forward it. Yeah, it's supposed to simulate till 1st June, but it is what it is. Let's go to the I believe group stage because this is still FM24. So this is not the open league table yet. Only in the following season we can. So I believe my team is Arsenal, Barcelona, Juventus, and Sturmgrass, and Arsenal on top of the group with zero defeats with Barcelona and Juventus. Look at that. Look at that. One
Uh-huh.
Sturmgrass and Barcelona back to back. Both draws to Juventus.
Come on.
That is beautiful to say the least. Um, yeah, so but Barcelona still reached to the final. I can say all this right now, but Barcelona still going to the final, and I'm not. So I believe round of 16, ooh, a 3-2 win over Sporting CP. A very, very close victory there. I believe winning 2-0, which means in the first leg we lost 2-1 and then winning 3-2. Quarterfinal, that's where we lost to Napoli. There we go. So first leg we lost 2-0, second leg draw 2-2, out with 4-2. Liverpool trashing Real Madrid 8-3 on aggregate. So that means it was a 7-2 in the first leg. So that is
Wow.
crazy to say the least, yeah. Then semi-final, Man City knockout Liverpool, Barcelona knockout Napoli, and then the final, which we yet to see, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. It's most likely gonna be Man City anyway. Uh, then let's check out the Carabao Cup, shall we? So Carabao Cup in the fourth round. Oh my!
Uh-huh.
Uh, are you able to see that, Mr. JB?
Yeah, yeah. I can see
You
that
were
loud and clear
out to
with Norwich.
Norwich City in the same fourth round with Arsenal.
Man.
Wow. Okay, that is very, very, very disappointing to say the least. But Arsenal losing 3-1. So clearly we both know who won this entire thing. As you can see on the top here, holder is Manchester City. So if we just go to the final, Man City winning Liverpool 2-1. And then we have the Emirates Cup, where Arsenal defeat Newcastle after extra time. So let's dive in a little bit more. Gabriel Martinelli scoring the winning goal and get Arsenal a trophy. All right, there is a trophy given.
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad. But before we dive in more, obviously we can see FA Cup Arsenal win, Carabao Cup Man City win. So, Mr. JB, most likely you have not won the competition here so far.
Yeah.
But FA Cup third round by Sheffield
Sheffield.
United.
Wow.
That
The
is the
Blades.
earliest stage, I believe,
The
because second
Blades.
round there's no Premier League team. Third round is where all the Premier League team comes in.
Ooh.
Arsenal winning Chesterfield there, Man United losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. And then, okay, let's continue more. Arsenal winning Nottingham Forest 1-0 in the fourth round. Fifth round, Arsenal winning Ipswich with 4-0. Quarterfinal, Arsenal win Liverpool with 1-0. So that's a very big win.
Not bad. Not bad.
Semi-final, extra time win over Leeds. Okay, well, Newcastle facing Bristol City in the semi-final as well. So that FA Cup is there for the taking, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final, Arsenal win Newcastle. Now, if you look at the points in total, everything, I'm sorry, Mr. JB, you have not gotten a single point because you have lost
Yep.
and gotten below Arsenal. But Arsenal with 2 wins and 1 point for finishing higher than you and winning the FA Cup. So that is 6-0. But not too fret, we still have another season that we can go with. But Mr.
Yeah.
JB, let's dive into your schedule and see what went wrong here. So, starting off well with the whole of August, you were flying high,
Yeah.
and all that. Right after Leicester, lost to Crystal Palace, losing to Burnley. Harry Maguire last minute goal there on Carabao Cup against with Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very patchy form, isn't it? It's not really a convincing, like, the only
Yeah.
convincing victory here is like 4-1 with Brighton, and then
Correct.
losing back-to-back 4-1s of Liverpool and Arsenal. So that's really tough over there. Very tough there. And yeah, you have a very bad end to the season because like from April to May, you only won
Yeah.
against Sunderland, and then that's
Yep.
it. You lost
Yep.
4-0 to Spurs at the end, last game of the season. Randall Kolo Muani scoring two. Wow.
Man,
Yeah,
horrible.
so let's take a look at your squad and see how does everyone perform. So in terms of most goals is Benjamin Sesko with 15 and 2 assists. Amad Diallo getting 6. Brian
Mm-hmm.
Mbeumo and Cunha both getting 5 each. You have to say that's quite disappointing a bit.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, expecting them to hit at least double digit, at least 10 goals each. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, in terms of assists, Bruno Fernandes with the most 15 assists. Luke Shaw and Dallo, I guess the wingbacks are contributing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a couple here and there. So, player with the most highest average rating is Bruno Fernandes, the best player of your whole season, followed by Sesko,
Mm-hmm.
Casemiro, and etc. So, Lamens doesn't seem to be working well, isn't it? Like, what's happening with
Mm.
Lamens here as a goalkeeper? Let's check out his career stats here. So 38 appearances, 57 goals conceded, 8 clean sheets only out of 38
Yep. Yep.
games.
Yep.
That
Definitely not the best. Not the best.
yeah, not the best. Hope that it doesn't translate like that in real life. So, Mr. JB, like, what will you change in the future here in the next season?
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely keeper. I don't mind being rotated. Of the keeper rotations a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do keep in mind, next season we are allowed to sign players already,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see how we can try to improve our team with the current 2026 squad that we have here.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's take a look at Arsenal's squad real quick and see who is the best performing so far. So in terms of goals, Victor Gyökeres, 29 goals, Martinelli, 15, Bukayo Saka, 12, Gabriel Jesus actually playing with 12. That's surprising. Odegaard with 9. Edze, Eberechi Edze with 6. I don't think Noni Madueke played much, did he? There we go. Yeah, he only have 2 appearances,
Oh,
9 as a substitute. So
okay.
interesting, interesting. Assists, Odegaard with 18, Saka 13, Jesus Martinelli.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's Madueke having 4 assists, even though with lesser appearance. I should lock him in at some point. Like he seems
Uh-huh.
progressing really well, it seems. All right. So yeah, I think it's a pretty decent, but finishing third isn't really what I was hoping. I mean, let alone below to Spurs. I would have thought at least like, Liverpool might be up there, but the fact that Liverpool is actually six, that's surprising. Yeah, so that's the end of our season 1 simulation. So, if
All
you
right.
guys love to see us go head to head again with all this, do let us know. Comment down below what you guys think. More importantly, to like, share, subscribe. I'll see all of y'all next time. Take care, everyone.